Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the WWE Friday Night Smackdown Watch Party and Reactions. I'm here with with our newest member of Hardcore Sports Network from Florida Nation, my guy Nick. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Mitch, I am doing so well today. I know it's Black Friday. It's the day before the Survivor Series War Games in Vancouver, British Columbia. Man, I am pumped for tonight's SmackDown, the night before the Survivor Series, the go-home show for the SmackDown side. Final hype. Looking forward to tonight's show, what they got lined up. I words can't describe how excited I am. It's going to be a good show tonight, in my opinion.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. And if you guys want to subscribe to my man Nick, his links are in the description below. We're also live on his channel as well. So we're live over there. We're live on the Hardcore Sports Network. Please make sure you subscribe to that. The link is pinned in the chat, and we're in the live on my second channel, MK Meets World. So yeah, I'm excited for this. We got a lot of stuff cooking here, especially the stuff with the Bloodline War Games. I'm really looking forward to that. And Nick, here is something a little curveball. We're going to do Survivor Series predictions as SmackDown is going on. Okay? So I'm going to bring the card up, and we're going to dissect each match as the show's going on, and we're going to make our predictions.
I love it.
My guy Wesley's in the building. What is up, Wesley? If you could please share this out on Twitter, Wesley, that would be more than merrier. Like, seriously, give him a follow on Twitter as well. What is your Twitter handle, Nick?
My Twitter handle is at FioriNick579. Go follow me on X, again, at FioriNick579. It would be greatly appreciated. And also other links. Instagram, Nicholas Fiore 2014 on Instagram. Give me a follow on Instagram. And I know I don't use Facebook that much. I'll scroll through it, but you can add me as a friend if you like. The option's there. I'm at Facebook at Nicholas.Fiore.31 via a link. Add me as a friend if you want. It's there. And TikTok, I know I'm not. I don't use TikTok at all. I mean, I know it's popular. I know some people use it. I don't, though I have an account, but I never use it whatsoever. But if you're interested, follow me on TikTok as well, at Furious Nation as well. It'd be greatly appreciated.
All right, that's all good. So let me figure out the card. I gotta go. There we go. All right, I got the match card. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll down to it. We have 5 matches, Nick. We have 5 matches at for Survivor Series. Tell me, which match are you looking forward to the most for Survivor Series as I pull up the card?
Oh, the Bloodline War Games, hands down. Hands down, OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline for War Games to potentially get in the final boss, The Rock, which I fully expect. It's gonna. I'm very much so looking forward to that.
Yep, me too. Me too. What got me really invested was CM Punk, him being added as the 5th member. Because personally, I thought it was going to be Seth Rollins. You know, the whole thing with Bronson Reed, but no. They went with the CM Punk route because of Paul Heyman. I really like that route. It fit perfectly, and we're going to see a face-to-face tonight with Punk and Reigns. Are you looking forward to that with Punk and Reigns?
That's going to be epic. That's going to be epic. And I think it's possibly going to set the tone. I think it will for a Summer of Punk 2025, possibly SummerSlam next summer at MetLife. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at MetLife Stadium, SummerSlam 2025 on August 2nd or 3rd next year, with Punk as a heel and Heyman being involved.
That's never crossed my mind, Nick. That never crossed my mind. So do you honestly see a CM Punk? Yeah, do you see a CM Punk heel turn in this for Survivor Series? Do you see that happening?
No, but I can see Seth turning either tomorrow or going into Saturday night's main event. But I think sometime after WrestleMania next year, after WrestleMania 41 and before SummerSlam next year, I think that's where we get Punk going heel and aligning with Paul Heyman to feud with Roman Reigns on the Raw brand. Because if you read the reports that Raw with Netflix, they want Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And usually it's like what Netflix wants, they get. I don't know who SmackDown would get. Probably Seth, McIntyre, Gunther in return. But we'll see. But I'm fully predicting Reigns and Punk to feud as part of the Raw brand going into next year's SummerSlam.
There you go. So who do you have winning War Games? Because for me, with Punk and Reigns, you can't go. You have to go with them because there's too much star power there. I can't see them losing. How about you?
Well, I could see the OG Bloodline winning to end the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline, and then we can get The Rock showing up afterwards. I could see that, but I think if you want to establish this new Bloodline, because I do think The Rock is pulling the strings, I would have the new Bloodline go over tomorrow night and have The Rock be the reason.
Okay, so if The Rock returns, then you see the new Bloodline winning. So that's the only X factor, it's The Rock, for that to happen.
Yes, and I think it sets up Rock and Roman for Vegas at WrestleMania next year. I don't think we get Rock and Cody, according to Meltzer, next year. I don't think we do.
Yeah, I don't see that either. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you for saying it out on Twitter. Really appreciate that. Well, next match, we got Gunther versus Damian Priest. Now, for this match, Nick, this is not the Gunther I know. This is like him kind of weakened after he lost to Cody Rhodes. So tell me, how do you feel about this match?
Well, I feel like this match, it's going to be different compared to the SummerSlam match because Finn Balor interfered. I expect this to be two bulls going at it. I do expect this to be a better match than their SummerSlam match. I did watch Gunther getting low blowed by the face Damian Priest a few weeks ago on Raw. First time since after winning the world title that Gunther's looked like the weaker part. No disrespect to Gunther, but if you watched the ending to Raw Monday night, and it was Priest and Gunther having that brawl, Priest kind of did stand tall, and usually when one stands tall, the other one that doesn't stand tall usually wins the PLE match. I think Gunther should win, and there's no reason for him to lose. I do fully expect him going into WrestleMania 41 as the World Heavyweight Champion, which I think he wrestles John Cena at WrestleMania 41.
That's exactly where I see this going from here. Punk versus Gunther. I mean, not Punk. Oh, my God. Cena versus Gunther.
That would be a banger, too.
That would be good. Don't get me wrong. I'll be looking forward to that. But, yeah, since it's Cena's last year in 2025, his retirement tour, it makes sense. He's got to win the title one more time. But here's something for me, right? With the whole Damian Priest and the Judgment Day thing, do you see them interfering? Because I don't. I don't think I do. Do you?
I hope they don't. And that feud is kind of done. I don't want to see it anymore.
It is.
Have Priest move on to something else. If they do Priest and Balor one more time, maybe at least cool it off, like have them be separate for now until you get to WrestleMania season where we do Priest versus Balor one final time, final chapter, and it's some sort of a stipulation match at WrestleMania in Las Vegas. Whatever stipulation you want to do, I don't know. You could do like Hell in a Cell, like Edge and Finn Balor at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles on night 2, and maybe something else. But I mean, if they want to do one more match between those two at Mania next year, fine. But that should be the end of it after that. Then we have a draft next year, and one of them goes to the other show on SmackDown.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. And actually, thank you for bringing up the draft. Because do you see like a mini draft happening before Netflix? Do you see that happening or no?
If not before, I can definitely see it after WrestleMania next year, which they have done as of late.
Yeah.
And it makes more sense to do it after WrestleMania at that point.
Yeah.
Because like most feuds will be wrapped up coming out of WrestleMania next year, and then like new feuds, new everything, fresh start. I would save, and I don't think they end the brand split because I think they add more, especially SmackDown going to 3 hours next year. I think that's when we start getting the Lucha Bros, and we got the Motor City Machine Guns. We got people from NXT being called up, and Jordan Grace coming in. I don't think they're ending the brand split, and I do think we get a draft next year, and I think coming out of Mania, we'll see like new faces and such and new feuds, and hopefully a better draft next year because I know Triple H's first draft was this year. It was not bad, but it could have been better, though I do think he'll learn because he listens to the fans, unlike Tony Khan. But I do think that's just my take on all of it. I do think we get a draft next year coming out of Las Vegas, and we get like new feuds and new everything.
What is up, Brandon? What is up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to my man Nick here. our newest member of the Hardcore Sports Network. His link is in the description below, Brandon. Please give him a subscribe. His Monday Night Raw watch along with Earl Cole. His channel blew up. Love the support on his channel for Monday Night Raw. Let's keep it coming with the Smackdown, okay? So Smackdown is about to start. We're going to pause the predictions. We're going to come back at it during the show at some point. So we're just going to do that, and we're going to do that. So, all right, I got to move my computer a little bit because it's blocking my TV. There we go. Solo Sikoa.
The fake tribal chief.
I got to be honest.
One tribal chief. It's Roman Reigns. Yeah. Acknowledge the tribal chief. Chat, acknowledge the tribal chief.
I'll beat the like button like it owes me money. Hey, I like that. I got to start using that, Brandon. I like that. I really do. But I forget what I was going to say. Oh, well. Oh, I got it now. Solo Sikoa, his character arc has been skyrocketing. You agree? Like, it really has skyrocketed. Yeah. Give me your opinion on Solo Sikoa.
The character work, I do think, has improved when he was, like, compared to last year when he just lost and racked up L after L. But, I mean, do I think he's a main eventer right now? No, but his character work, I will say, has improved so much compared to over the last year. But he has been doing well, though.
Yeah, there is this one thing that is holding him back, in my opinion, and that is his win-loss record. Like, that losing streak that he's had, it makes him lose all credibility. And even though his character work is top-notch, it's just that losing streak for me. I know he's beat, like, everybody. He's pinned Roman. He's pinned Cena. He's pinned all these guys. But you can't – people don't forget about that losing record. It sticks to you. It sticks like glue. So I just hate that.
I don't blame them. And also the other thing about Solo Sikoa is, I mean, I understand they tried this past summer going into SummerSlam this past August, going into the match with Cody to try and make him as a serious, legit main eventer. But this is nothing against Solo Sikoa. He does work his ass off, but I don't see him as a main eventer. He's more of like a mid-card guy. Like Jacob Fatu is in the bloodline, yet he feels more of a leader, and he's not even the leader of that group. Yet Solo is.
Right.
And I think Solo should be the mid-card guy. Jacob Fatu should really be the leader instead of Solo of that new bloodline.
I agree with you 100% about Jacob Fatu. The impact that he brought as soon as he was introduced has been astronomical.
Game changer.
Yes.
A guy who should have been there a long, long time ago, and he's that good.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree. And just with Jacob Fatu, he's my favorite wrestler right now in the WWE. Right now, he's my favorite wrestler. He checks off all the boxes. Shout out to my guy Brock, man. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that like and go subscribe to my man Nick here. The link is in the description below, okay? And his link is going to appear throughout my chat throughout the stream. So we're going to get a face-to-face. I cannot wait for that. My God, the face-to-face. That's going to be legendary. Here we go. Oh, wait. Jacob Fatu trying to take leadership could be a fascinating side arc in this story. That could be. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine doing War Games, Jacob Fatu hits Solo, be like, this, acknowledge me now. And imagine that, and that could build on to something. All right. Here is Bianca Belair. So let me ask you this, Nick, about Bianca Belair. Who do you think took out Jade Cargill?
I think it's Bianca Belair. If it's not Bianca, then plan B is Naomi. But I do think it's Bianca Belair that took out Jade Cargill last week.
Oh, here comes Naomi, actually. But yes, I really think it's Bianca Belair. That is my number one choice. If it's because everyone else was in the ring when it happened. So Bianca Belair was already there in the ring, but I think she did it before. It's a game of Clue. I feel like I'm playing Clue right now. Like, who did it, what weapon and stuff.
Yeah. Remember that board.
Io Sky. Yeah. Io Sky. Bailey.
To damage
How'd you feel about how do you feel about Bailey being the new member? I can see a little bit of a rift in that addition.
They're a little
How
like
do
not being on the same page. Yeah, I could see where you're coming from. Obviously, because of Bailey and Io at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia for that women's title, and also the fact with Bianca and Bailey, their history when Bailey led Damage Control, they obviously don't like each other. I don't think they're going to be on the same page tomorrow, but I do. I don't think it leads into tomorrow them losing, but I do think it leads to Bianca's heel turn post Survivor Series, though, because I don't think Bailey attacked Jade because Bailey, she just turned face early this year. It would be dumb to turn her right back heel. And I know it hasn't been great, her going back face, but I mean, that's what happens when you shaft Smackdown in the draft this past April. But I don't think Bailey's back to a face turn has been the worst of all time. But I don't think she attacked Jade, and it would be dumb to turn her right back heel. And she's too likable. I do think it's Bianca at the end of the day. And if there's someone that just desperately need a heel turn, it's Bianca.
Can you imagine her as a heel? Was she a heel in NXT?
Yes, she was the heel in NXT. She was like undefeated. She was saying, "Girl, you don't even go here."
Yeah, I want to see that Bianca Belair back.
First or second NXT of 2020, I think you had Toni Storm in there. Rhea Ripley just won the NXT Women's title, and Bianca's telling Toni Storm when she was in NXT UK at the time, like, you don't even go here.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Oh, my God.
But I missed that NXT Bianca, and I would love to see that Bianca back on the main roster.
If you've ever seen the Great Gatsby movie, which I had, Jade laying on the windshield looks pretty familiar. It does. I never even thought of that. Again, like, wow.
HBK and Triple H going into SummerSlam, though, too, when Shawn Michaels' face was just destroyed with the glass in the car. Right after Triple H just turned heel in the Somerville, too, and Shawn was like, "It was you, Hunter."
Yeah. So Rhea Ripley is talking about the team and how everyone is not the best of friends. So,
yeah, very true. Sure, be interesting tomorrow how these combatants get along.
Right.
The babyface team, because clearly they don't like each other. No. And they're not friends by any means.
It's not going to end tomorrow. There's no way it's going to end. I think Liv and Rhea is going to keep on going on and on.
Yeah. And that feud needs to die too. I'm sorry.
You're not a fan of Liv?
No, I like Liv. I'm just saying the Liv and Rhea feud just doesn't interest me anymore.
I can see that.
They need to end it on Saturday night's main event and have just Rhea win the title back there in Long Island.
Yeah. Oh my God. Naomi just called her Big Mom. Oh my God. I really feel like can you imagine if Naomi turns heel?
Dude, I think it'd be the best thing for her. I mean, she was a heel like what, 2015, but they didn't know what to do with her as a heel, and that failed. Under Triple H, I think it would be a lot better.
Yeah, now under Triple H, everything is better.
Remember they put her with Tamina? They put her with Tamina in 2015, and they formed the trio with Sasha Banks when she got called up from NXT. Remember that?
Yeah.
You had PCB and Team Bella. It was terrible.
I did not like that at all.
Dude, wasn't that so cringe?
It was. I was actually talking about that with my friend the other day, and me and him were just like, dude, look where we are now compared to there. I'm like, you're not wrong. And here's Liv.
And like I was saying about Liv Morgan, her work has not been bad, but it's just I feel like her reign needs to end soon as Women's World Champion. Kind of has an expiration date. I mean, she's tried, but I just feel like after the addition of Raquel Rodriguez and the Judgment Day, the feud kind of fell off a cliff.
Rhea looks like a sexy plague doctor with that mask. I'm telling you, the mask adds. It adds like another layer.
She almost looks like Batwoman in that black face mask, this Rhea.
Nia brings up a good point about the issues in the past. The promo was going good until she said big losers.
Mm-hmm.
Big idiot. Are you kidding me?
I mean, that's why I'm saying. I mean, Bailey's face run has not been terrible, but it's not been good.
No, Nia said that. Nia said big idiot. Duh.
I'm feeling Bailey's lying. I will say Nia, though, in the ring has improved. I will give her credit.
Yes. I agree with you on that. 100% yes.
Yeah. I mean, as a champion, not a fan of it, but her in-ring work has definitely improved since her last run, compared to her last run in this company.
Do you think Tiffany Stratton is going to cash in tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. I'd be shocked if she does. I don't think so. I would be if she does. I'd be very surprised, but I'd be happy. I think she deserves it.
I would love it. I would love it if she does it. Like, we need that. I don't want it to be like a Damian Priest cash in type of thing.
Right. But I mean, the thing is, because WrestleMania is coming up in Vegas next April with Tiffany Stratton, she's going to be on the main card. Well, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Do you do Tiffany versus Nia like in the sake of long-term booking? Because they've been telling the story with the Nia and Tiffany over the past year. Or do you do the bigger money match, Tiffany versus Charlotte, for the women's title at WrestleMania? Because that's it's
going to be Tiffany versus Charlotte at some point. I want to know when Charlotte's going to come back.
I'm not a big fan of Charlotte, by the way. I think she's very.
Oh, really? I'm like in the middle. I'm like, I don't hate her. I don't like.
She's very good. Don't get me wrong. Very athletic, very good wrestler. Don't take it wrong. But I just think she should. It's like she always wins and rarely puts people over. I know she put over Rhea 2 years ago in LA at WrestleMania 39, but she should really start at this stage of her career. She should really start putting people over and just like she was winning titles, always in the title picture. I really think she should start doing more non-title programs nowadays instead of always being in the title picture. Ever since her main roster call-up, she's always been in the title match, every single feud she's been in. And I feel like and because of that, her character's just gotten so stale.
It has.
And that's why I think a lot of people just are like just thrown off by Charlotte because of the way she's been booked and just been over-pushed, shoved down people's throats as like this greatest women wrestler of all time. Like she's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
That's just me, how I feel about Charlotte. She's a good wrestler, but I just...
You think I completely understand. My friend loves Charlotte, but then I'm like, dude, it's just like it gets annoying at times. And he's like, I don't care, I love her. I'm like, that's your opinion. My opinion,
it's just the same character. It's like, oh, I'm the queen, bow down to the queen. It's the same shit every time with Charlotte.
You know what I just realized too? There wasn't Dirty Dom here.
True. I don't know if that's a sign of things to come, but I'm actually glad you brought that up, that attention to detail.
Yeah.
I think I could see going into the new year, I could see the Judgment Day being no more. Because let's be real, since Priest and Rhea left, that Judgment Day group has gone.
It has.
There's no interest in that group anymore at all.
There is not. All right. So who do you have for the women's? Since we're on this, who do you have for the women's War Games match? Who do you have winning?
I think Rhea's team wins to set up Rhea versus Liv at Saturday night's main event, and I think Rhea pins Liv in the match.
Here's the thing for me, right? You have both of the titles, both the women's titles on one team. So if they lose, it's like there goes the credibility like that. So for that, I'm going to go with the heels here. I'm going with the heels on this one. I got the faces for the men. I got the heels for the women. All right. Now for the IC triple threat match. Braun Breaker, Sheamus, and Ludwig. I don't know about you, bro. I got Braun Breaker.
No reason to take the title off Braun Breaker. I'm going Mr. Braun Breaker as well. He's red hot. He is one of your future pieces of your company. He's not losing that title until at least WrestleMania next year, where I think he drops it to Sheamus.
Yeah. So, and then the last match, it kind of thrown together.
I think Kaiser eats the pin too in this match.
Oh yeah. So I got Sheamus taking a pin as well. But for this, LA Knight versus Shinsuke, I don't know about you, bro. I got Shinsuke.
Yeah, I could see Shinsuke as well. I could see it. I'd be shocked if LA Knight wins. If he wins, I could see LA Knight retaining in some kind of fuck finish where they lead to a second match at Saturday night's main event where maybe Shinsuke wins it there. But I think Nakamura wins the title here.
He's got to. I mean, you bring him back to this character, to this persona, and then let's face it, LA Knight is better at chasing the title than holding on to it. So he's not going to lose any popularity at all from this. He's not.
He's one of the most over guys in the company. He gets the loudest reaction every single week with that LA Knight. Yeah. So if he were to lose, he loses nothing at all. And he's a big Triple H guy, and Triple H loves him, so he will be just fine if he loses the title tomorrow. And plus, I think he's bigger than the U.S. title at this point, Mitch. The only reason LA Knight is the U.S. champion was to get it off Logan Paul at SummerSlam and get it back on.
I agree.
Should be in the upper mid-card main event level now at this point, if you ask me.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that. I'm not a huge fan of LA Knight. I am not. I'm more of a fan of like an AJ Styles guy. So I'm kind of bummed that he's going to be out for a year. So it's just like I don't like LA Knight that much. That catchphrase to me is getting boring. It's getting old. So I'm just like, here we go again, right? That's how I take it.
He is one of their top guys on the Smackdown brand, though. But it'll be interesting if he loses the U.S. title to Shinsuke Nakamura tomorrow. Who does LA Knight wrestle at WrestleMania 41? Let me ask you that.
That is a good question. So if he loses, where does he go from here? He can't be in that title picture because it's hogged by Cody Rhodes, The Rock when he's back, Roman Reigns. So he's hogged there. Yep. So maybe it'll be, I don't know. That is really tough. I gotta sit and think about that because, like, does he go to the Raw for the IC title? Like, if there's a draft, does he go there? So that's the only thing I can think of. But other than that, there's nothing.
After WrestleMania next year, I don't know. I have no idea.
It is not at all.
I mean, does he get Drew McIntyre? How does that? You gotta have a story. With things, you gotta have a story.
Yeah.
So I don't know where LA Knight fits into WrestleMania. Does he get Carmelo Hayes? We've seen it. Does he get Andrade? We've seen it.
Right.
I think Randy Orton gets Cody Rhodes. I think Kevin Owens gets Sami Zayn. So I don't know where you fit LA Knight in this thing. I really don't. Does he get Jacob Fatu? Where's the story?
Logan Paul? Does Logan Paul come back?
I mean, we've seen that already, though. Logan Paul.
I know, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, what is next? Like, you can't think of anything. Does he
Santos
feud with
Santos
Carmelo
Escobar.
Hayes?
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight. We've seen it how many times?
I know. That's the thing. This is where I miss Ricochet. This is
The
where I miss
guy could have
Ricochet.
stayed in WWE. I know he felt like he was worth more, but look at him now in AEW, and he feels like everyone else. And he
Yeah.
wanted, like he should. I honestly think he made a wrong decision by leaving. Looking at it now,
Yeah.
and you
I
see him with
agree.
X acting like a child, talking down fans because they're voicing their opinion, and rightfully so. He's talking down people on X and acting like a child on social media, whereas under Triple H, he would never ever get away with any of that under Triple H because he's a boss, unlike Tony Khan. It's a shame, really, what's happened to Ricochet, like how the mighty have fallen. At least
Yeah.
on Raw, he would have gotten at least an IC title shot against Braun Breaker, and they had a story there.
I mean, I'm telling you, that match would have been good. Ricochet and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
All right, here's Shinsuke.
I do
I
like.
don't know if I like his. You like his entrance?
I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, okay on it. I mean, I guess after a while, get used to it. But it is a new character, so I'm after. I mean, I'll give it a few I'll give it a chance. Like if it for like with a few weeks watch. If it's this for a few weeks watching this, I'll give it a chance. It'd be unfair to judge it right now, but
This is his first match since April. Let that sink in. It's his first match since April.
yeah, I think the last time he wrestled was when he was still on a part of the Raw brand. He wrestled a match on Raw. I think it was before the draft. I think he wrestled. Oh wait, it was the Raw after Mania this year. I think he wrestled then NXT champion Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah. I don't know if I like his entrance though. It's just like the same thing.
Dude, Def Rebel sucks. They suck. I can't wait for them to go.
Right.
I love his CFO's Rising Sun theme. I don't like if it's not broken, don't fix it. I hate when if there's one thing that needs to change, I'm so glad it's going to change come the new year. Def Rebel getting out of there because we need real music for these wrestlers. Like, why do you think a lot of these people on the main roster come out to no reaction, especially when you watch the Royal Rumble this past January in Tampa? A lot of those people got zero reaction, Mitch. Zero.
Yeah, right?
Every Def Rebel song sounds the same. Nothing of Def Rebel's music stands out. None of it. Like, look at a guy like Jim Johnson. Look at people like CFO Money. Those music for those wrestlers had identity to it. Like, you just knew who was coming out when you listened to it. And the wrestler's music is very important in wrestling these days.
I agree.
Def Rebel just doesn't know how to make a wrestler's music. They don't.
So, with this match, we got Shinsuke versus Andrade. Obviously, Shinsuke's going to win because he got a title match tomorrow. But in my opinion, this has to be like a quick match. You got to make Shinsuke more dominant for tomorrow. How do you feel about that?
Well, I wouldn't job out Andrade, though. So
I'm not jobbing out. I'm like 5-7 minutes. It's not like a 4. I'm thinking like 7-8 at most.
Oh. Well, I mean, Shinsuke should definitely go over, no doubt. But I think Andrade should also look good. But I would say Shinsuke should win dastardly, but at the same time protect Andrade because he's also been getting some shine as of late. But I would have Shinsuke definitely win since he's wrestling LA Knight tomorrow. It would be dumb for him to lose to Andrade.
I got to give Andrade some credit here. The best of 7 with Carmelo Hayes. Yes. That did get boring after a while, but it was good. It was good.
Bangers.
Oh, wow.
Bangers. Andrade sent Shinsuke out of the ring.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Andrade, man, I'm telling you, he's the reason why he's one of the best on the wrestlers on the planet, like a 5-star match machine. Incredible. Sent him with a drop kick outside the ring, and Shinsuke landed hard.
Yep. Commercial break.
Yeah.
Good match so far. Good match.
Yeah, very competitive and evenly matched two guys. I like it.
Yeah.
And given their time to shine and getting their stuff in, doing what they need to do, I like it. I like it. And they're both Triple H guys as well.
Yep. I think most of them are Triple H guys now.
Yeah. But yeah, not a bad match so far. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, you mentioned them. Bangers, Mitch. Bangers.
They were good. They were good. But I did get tired of them after so many. But it's just like, I'll take it for what it was. I liked it to an extent.
Yeah. If LA Knight, suppose he retains tomorrow, I mean, I think Shinsuke should win. Otherwise, why'd you bring him back?
Exactly.
I was gonna say if LA Knight wins, but a fuck finish, but have Carmelo Hayes win at a triple threat with Shinsuke and LA Knight at Saturday night's main event. Carmelo wins it there, and maybe set up Carmelo and Shinsuke sometime down the road.
I would not mind seeing that.
I know both are heels, but I don't think that matters.
Nah. I don't think that really matters in this circumstance.
True. If LA Knight loses the title, the U.S. title tomorrow night, and you put him in a big marquee match at like a WrestleMania, I don't know. I mean, trying to think of big names out there, honestly, who could face LA Knight. Maybe someone not on the SmackDown roster or the Raw roster or NXT roster. Maybe someone like, I don't know, maybe a wrestler that's not wrestled for a long time, wrestle for one match only. I don't know. Or maybe a returning wrestler to the company. I don't know if I can think of anybody. I don't know.
I can't think of anyone. It's got to be like a returning superstar. The only thing I'm thinking of right now is either A, returning superstar, B, Logan Paul, which I don't want. I don't want that at all. And C, I feel like I just got to wait and see. I know there's always like somebody I'm forgetting, which sucks. I'm like, who is that one guy? I was going to say Mysterio in like the LWO, but no.
Nah. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling you right now, if Jay wasn't in the bloodline, could you imagine Jay Uso with LA Knight? That would have worked.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. And Jay's got some shine as well lately as a singles guy.
I can't wait for his entrance tomorrow night. That's gonna be fun.
The Yeet.
The Yeet, yeah. I can't wait for that.
Yeet. LA Knight and AJ Styles, we've seen it, though I think AJ's going to be out. I think he may even miss WrestleMania, unfortunately. He's got a foot problem.
Yeah, he's going to miss WrestleMania. It sucks, but because once he got injured during the match and he was hobbling off, I thought it was a work. Because when it's a work, the camera stays on them. Because when they don't, when it's not a work, they don't put the camera on them. So they put the camera on him, and I'm like, oh no. But he did come out and say it's real.
Yeah, I watched how it happened, but I did like the Oshi on Carmelo Hayes, and I watched that. It did not look pretty at all. How AJ favored his leg, it looked pretty bad.
Right. Let's see.
And I feel bad for AJ Styles because he just came back.
Yeah, with the retirement storyline, the thing of Mark Henry, and then boom.
Yeah.
So
it sucks.
Hold on. I want to hear your input on this. So we have a podcast called The Phenomenal Breakdown. me and Denise, we talked AJ Styles, right? So
Yes.
we were talking about the best dance partners for AJ Styles. So we both came up with Samoa Joe is one of them. We came
Yes,
up with
definitely. You got to include Samoa Joe.
Christopher Daniels. I had Shinsuke. I think she had, I forget who she had, but we both had Finn Balor, and we both had Daniel Bryan. So we
I
each
like
created a top 5. So if you could think of the best one, who would it be? Samoa Joe?
Yes, no doubt, no questions asked. Samoa Joe,
I
and
respect that.
especially the whole Wendy story in 2018.
Yes,
Oh,
that was the best
Wendy.
storyline. That was
Especially
the
when
best
I think the
storyline.
SmackDown after SummerSlam and that in year 2018, and I think it was in Barclays Center, where Samoa Joe's like, it seems like we're making a lot of promises tonight, and we're coming home and tucking in the kids, but Daddy AJ's already gone night night.
Yeah.
Then the one time he came to AJ Styles' house and he rang the doorbell. And he basically said, Daddy's home. It was so funny. Joe, I'm telling you, Samoa Joe should have won the WWE Championship that year, and they dropped the ball.
Yes.
He deserved a run with the title. No doubt about it.
This match is going on. They're giving him time. They are giving him time.
Something that's this is why the Triple H administration is a lot better than the Vince administration. Vince, if this was a Vince, he'd give them a 3-minute match.
Yeah,
they're letting them actually wrestle. I like it.
Yeah, they only did one commercial break, and the rest has been like what? How long has it been? You think, like 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, roughly around 10 minutes, around the 10-minute mark, around that range. Ooh. Andrade with 3 amigos.
Yeah. Why do I see LA Knight gonna come out and interfere? I feel like that's gonna happen.
I mean, if he interferes, I could see him accidentally cost Andrade the match, and it leads to Andrade and LA Knight, and they've had beef as of late. I could see it.
You know what? Andrade doesn't have a match at Survivor Series, right? No?
Right, no, he doesn't have a match at Survivor Series.
If he pins here, you can make a case it should be a triple threat.
Yeah, but I mean, Shinsuke shouldn't lose. I mean, Shinsuke shouldn't really lose, though.
No, he's not losing. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. So
either LA Knight accidentally cost Andrade the match, or it's a double disqualification. Ooh.
Kinshasa, there it is.
It's over.
Good match. Very, very good match. Solid. Very solid.
Yeah. Not bad at all for two solid guys on your SmackDown brand. Both former NXT World Champions and 2 former United States Champions as well. Yes, Shinsuke, a former United States Champion, if you remember.
Yeah. When was that?
2018, when I think he beat Jeff Hardy at Extreme Rules that year. Then I think on Christmas night in 2018, Shinsuke then lost it to Rusev.
Yeah.
And actually that day, in fact, Rusev's birthday on Christmas night that year. Yes, Rusev, his birthday is Christmas Day.
Oh, wow. Hey!
It was on Rusev Day and Christmas Day. His birthday.
Here's LA Knight.
Yeah.
Nakamura hit him with the miss. Wow.
The black mist. Oh, my God. I kind of like this new presentation of Nakamura.
I do too.
This is probably the best he's looked in a long, long time.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree. He didn't have to say anything. Just do the miss, and that's it. Because let's face it, on a mic-to-mic battle, LA Knight will blow him out of the water. So you can't You can't do that to Sensei. So smart, very very smart. I didn't
Simple
even
yet
think about
effective.
the mist. Very creative. I did not even think about the mist.
It was as simple a segment yet very effective there, Mitch, and it sold on the match.
I totally agree. Oh my
I mean,
god.
do I think the match is too soon? Do I think they should have waited on it? Yes, but I
They
do
should
think
have put this on Saturday night's main event. I
I
felt like
agree.
that was the right place. But honestly, if they had he'd take a fight too.
Yes, Simone Werewolf, that modern day Umaga.
You know, I met Umaga, right?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so I was a Make-A-Wish kid, right? So I met like all these wrestlers. So backstage, right? I was seeing this guy walking by. He just goes, "Hey, everybody," and I'm like, "He speaks English." I was too young. I didn't know Umaga didn't speak English, so I was like, "He speaks English."
How was he?
Very nice. I only talked to him for like 2 seconds, but
Ah.
that because he passed away. That's the moment I'll never forget.
Yeah. It's really sad that just this December '09 he passed of a heart attack. It's a shame that a guy who was gone way too soon. He had so much more left to give in the business. And I think he also helped train Jimmy and Jay Uso as well.
Yes, he did. Yep.
I remember watching a YouTube video or a story or a documentary that Jay and Jimmy Uso were very vocal about how Umaga helped them get ready for the WWE and get signed, and they debuted, and Umaga never got a chance to see them debut wrestling because he passed away. Unfortunately, it's a shame because he done so much for them.
You know who I thought was going to make a comeback? Armando Estrada. I thought he was going to make a comeback.
You know, I read a report this past summer that he signed the WWE Legends deal, apparently.
Yes.
And eventually, I can see him in this new Bloodline story because I do think The Rock is pulling the strings. And I think because of that, because Roman lost at WrestleMania 40 to Cody Rhodes and Cody finished the story, The Rock's like, okay, Roman, you failed me. Now I'm taking away your bloodline and creating it in my own image with Dangerous Samoans, the Tongans, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, Jacob Batu, you got Solo Sikoa. Then you add with The Rock and then Armando Alejandro Estrada. No, I'm sorry, I can't do the roll off the tongue thing.
Yes, sir. So Brandon comes in.
He was great back in the day with Umaga. He was great.
Oh my God, yes. I got a story, but hold on. I'll never forget that epic Falls Count Anywhere match between Umaga and Jeff Hardy. Yes, that match. I actually watched that again a month ago.
That was One Night Stand 2008 where Jeff Hardy did the swanton off the production truck.
Yes. I remember
watching that match, man. It was cool.
So, I remember when Umaga put his IC title on the line. Remember against Santino Marella? Remember that thing when Santino was called out for the crowd? That was great. That was great. Oh my God. I was just like, how can this guy beat Umaga? Well, he did.
Thanks to help from then ECW champion Bobby Lashley. Because after coming out of the Trump and Vince McMahon hair versus hair match Battle of the Billionaires at WrestleMania 23 that year in Detroit, and Vince got his head shaved bald by Steve Austin, Lashley, and Donald Trump. 47th
that was funny.
In the ring.
That was funny.
Yeah, had him with the shaving cream all over his head. Vince was embarrassed, like, nah. It was so funny.
Hey, Brandon, do me a favor. Subscribe to Nick, man. Subscribe to Nick, okay? His link is in the description. We're working on his channel right now. His channel's doing great. We're going to work on it and make it better. Because I got a couple ideas for you, Nick. I got a couple ideas for you. So, we'll talk about that in due time.
Cool. I look forward to hearing that.
Yeah. So, Brandon, make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend. Have everyone subscribe to this man, okay?
I'm almost at 150 subscribers, by the way. I really want to grow that.
He just subscribed to your channel.
Cool.
There you go.
Spread the word, Brandon. Spread the word. Get people subscribed.
Yep. So, Brandon, he will be live from Monday Night Raw with Earl and SmackDown next week with Earl. He will be live on his channel because it's already scheduled. So you're good with that. If you can't, just let me know, and it's all taken care of. I'll take it out. Let's see here. Yep. But yeah, thank you, Brandon.
Yeah.
You good, Nick?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I kind of got some stuff going on Monday night, so I won't be able to make it, unfortunately.
Okay. If you can't make it, that's fine. I'll take it off. Not a big deal. Yeah.
All right. But Friday Night SmackDown after Survivor Series, definitely a go.
Okay. So let me take off your channel now on Monday Night Raw, just to make sure it's a safety precaution.
Yeah, it's just like a meeting, and I won't be able to make it. I'll be late coming back, and just
yeah. Here, let me just do that really quick. I'll tell Earl. Not a big deal. Okay.
Yeah, I already. Actually, I think I texted him earlier before this. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Here we go. Ciampa and Gargano.
Them I can see at WrestleMania 41. Ciampa versus Gargano, and Ciampa going back to his NXT black and gold roots.
Yeah.
I'm loving what they're doing with Tommaso Ciampa.
I do too.
Ciampa's all over in Johnny's face. That's typical psycho killer Tommaso Ciampa from Black and Gold. I love it. I could also see them in the world title picture on SmackDown going into next summer.
I can see that.
And I think if we get a draft next year, I don't think they move to Raw. And I think they're better on SmackDown, in my opinion.
Because Raw with Netflix, that's going to be packed. That's going to be packed. So I agree. They got to stay on SmackDown.
Let's get lost in the shuffle on Raw. And they're just, I feel like with their smaller wrestler in-ring style, they're more better suited fit for SmackDown. Because it's more like the Land of Opportunity, more of like the wrestling show, where Raw is more of the wrestling and like the drama show, or SmackDown's more of like the in-ring aspect and storytelling. And I just think it's SmackDown a lot better than on Raw. Not to say they weren't bad on Raw, but I feel like they're better fit for SmackDown.
They are a better fit. And SmackDown's going to 2 hours, right?
I'm hearing 3 hours shortly after the move to Netflix for Raw. But I think only for like 6 months for 3 hour SmackDowns is what the last time I read it, according to PW Insider. Probably just to test it out, but I hope it's just for 6 months.
Yeah, I do too.
SmackDown couldn't handle 3 hours, especially with this roster, unless you really bulk up the roster.
Yeah, Brandon comes in and says Gargano is good in the ring, but he has the appearance and personality of your neighborhood Starbucks barista. I can see that.
I can see where you're coming from. But I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I think Johnny Gargano, I can see. I don't know how you feel, and hear me out. In my opinion, I see a lot of Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, and Johnny Gargano, just that underdog.
Yes.
Like because all of us, like a worker, working their asses off and trying to get where they need to be, and it's like, oh, you're just a B+ player, and it's like you work your way up the ladder, you scratch and dig and claw to reach the top of the mountain, like Daniel Bryan did back in 2014 when he fought the Authority, late 2013 going into 2014. Then he beat 3/4 of Evolution in one night, WrestleMania 30. I see a lot of that underdogness in Johnny Gargano.
Hey, what is up, Ryan? How's it going, man? Even though I hate your team, I hate the Cowboys, but how you doing?
Yeah, them damn Cowboys last night against the Giants. So I'm a New York Giants fan. I know they suck this year, though.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
And by the way, Ryan, subscribe to Nick's channel. His link is in the description, okay? Subscribe to him.
I don't know about you, Mitch. I'm really loving this new Kevin Owens lately.
I do too. I really do too.
He's justified in turning heel, though.
Yeah. And Brandon comes in and said some more promo time would definitely help show him. Yep. Yeah. With Kevin Owens? Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine a Kevin Owens feud with a Johnny Gargano?
Oh, I would pay to see that.
It's just that heel versus face, just like, I mean, Kevin Owens is not a giant, but it's like he's that mean, rugged, nasty guy. Then you got that underdog, that smaller guy, and Johnny Gargano, who just that no quit fight from behind, just like scratch and dig and claw and just not give up on you. That big heart and soul.
Here's Cody. So give me your opinion, Nick. How do you feel about Cody Rhodes, like not being in the main event, just like hanging around in the mid-card stuff? How do you feel about it?
Him not being booked for Survivor Series match, I think is very bizarre. Mm-hmm. I think it's weird to not have the WWE Championship not on one of your biggest shows of the year, like tomorrow's Survivor Series. However,
yeah,
I'm not mad at it because not everyone needs to be on a PLE, and you want to spread things out going into the PLEs or shows after the said upcoming PLE and such. I don't mind him not on the show. I'm not mad at it or against it because you don't want to overstack the show. You want quality over quantity. That's been Triple H's mentality for years.
Yeah.
But I do think with Cody, though not booked on tomorrow, I do think in the beginning of his reign, his matches were good, but there was not much for story. But now we're seeing it with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and now we're going to get it with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton when Randy eventually comes back and goes heel. But right now we're getting the Cody that we all wanted. And I love every minute of it.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I really like that because people online keep on bashing Cody. They bash Cody left, right, and center. I'm like, it's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault at all. I mean, again, that's what happens when you have what's that word? Not
stacked.
It's stacked like a trimmed shafted Smackdown roster coming out of this year's draft.
Gotcha. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Because I understand Raw's going to Netflix, but it's you can't you got to give SmackDown a bone or two. You can't just gut them like that, like you did in April. And if they're going 3 hours, you really need to stack that roster big. You got the Motor City Machine Guns, but that's not enough. You need more.
This is where I could see are the Usos going to Raw with Roman? Because if they're not, then you got your tag team division right there.
Well, with the Usos and Motor City. Netflix said they want Roman, Cody, and Punk. They never said anything about the Usos. So I could see the Usos go to SmackDown.
Because for me, because the whole thing with the bloodline is it's on two brands. But it's on both brands. And sometimes it's even on NXT. So you got to sit back and think, I want Roman, Cody, and Punk on Raw, but the Usos should still carry the bloodline storyline against everybody else with Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and all that stuff. They can still carry it. So I can see the Usos staying on SmackDown.
Yeah. I think after this new bloodline and OG bloodline at War Games, I think the faction versus faction with those two teams, that needs to end tomorrow. Yeah. I don't want to see it past Survivor Series. Just leave the new bloodline with Rock feuding with just Roman and Roman only.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen on Raw.
With the Usos, I do think they feud with the Tongans going into WrestleMania, but that's it. But though I do think, I don't know, because I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix wants the bloodline story on Raw, because Netflix is paying Raw $5 billion for 10 years, and they're not paying them all this money for Raw to look like the B show. And Raw's going to load up big once they're on Netflix, once with the Netflix thing, once Raw's on Netflix. So I could see all the bloodline to Raw and the Usos to SmackDown. Maybe we get the Guerrillas of Destiny or the Tongans versus the Usos at WrestleMania. Then after Mania, you have both teams on separate brands. And the Usos go to SmackDown and the Tongans with the bloodline go to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. And then don't forget about, I just can't wait for the Motor City Machine Guns and the Usos. That is going to be amazing. Yes. I can't wait for that.
Money match, bitch. Money match.
Yep. Hold on. I got to turn off my green screen. The Wi-Fi is cutting out a little bit. So there we go. That's better. But hey, I'm telling you, SmackDown has a better tag team division than Raw. So you got to keep on building that. Unless you want to help balance it, then I can definitely see the Usos going there. But it's like, who else do they have? The New Day is gone, right? They have the War Raiders, right? So what? It will be the Usos and the War Raiders. That's it. American Alpha, American Academy, whatever they're called. That's 3.
American Alpha or whatever's left of them. They're a jobber team. American Alpha.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Chad Gable.
American Made.
American Made. Thank you. You got them. You got the Wyatt Six, right?
Yeah.
You still got the Wyatt Six. So there is still a little tag team division there.
The Authors of Pain with the Final Testament.
Yeah.
The Joaquin Wild, Cruz del Toro, and with Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio of LWO. You got them as well.
Hey, Denise. So, Nick, Denise here. She's a part of the Hardcore Sports Network. She's the host of Phenomenal Breakdown. I'm just a co-host. I'm just a little bitty co-host. I told her, I just texted her, how you're a huge AJ Styles fan. I just told her that. So she wanted to meet you and talk some AJ Styles. So,
yeah. Hey, whenever you're down, if I'm free, man, I'd be down for it. Whenever we're both free.
Yeah. We'll work something out. So, and then don't mind Denise. She's just trolling me with this all Orange Cassidy stuff. She just loves to troll me.
Denise must be a big Orange Cassidy fan, I see.
She's not. She doesn't watch AEW. I just can't stand Orange Cassidy, and she loves using that against me.
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, Orange Cassidy's a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like the way he's been booked.
Yeah. See? He doesn't like Orange Cassidy. But I love Denise.
I never said I hated Orange Cassidy. I think he's talented. I'm not a big Orange Cassidy fan by any means, but like a huge fan. Yeah. But he could be booked better.
Yeah, she's inviting you to be a guest on a Phenomenal Breakdown. We'll make that happen.
Yeah. Listen,
we'll make that happen.
You're free and I'm free. I'd be absolutely down for something like that. Absolutely.
It's usually Tuesdays at 5:00, but we can work it around your schedule as well, her work schedule. We'll get it done. Okay, I'm not worried. Yeah, right. And yes, Denise, I love you, even though you're trolling the shit out of me.
Yeah. But yeah, whenever I get a new job and what my schedule is, I'm sure we could work this out. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, definite. Oh wait.
So
hold on, I gotta. Is this it?
Got Carmelo Hayes out, interrupting Cody Rhodes.
All right, Denise, you're a mod on the Hardcore Sports Network channel, so you can time me out if you want.
So we got Cody Rhodes up against Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
It's a non-title.
I want this match to be highly competitive.
Yes. I agree there.
All right. Yeah. All right, Denise, we'll miss you. You can troll me with the text, okay? Yep. She'll be a part of the Survivor Series watch-along. So it'll be me, Denise, Sarah, and Earl. And then Nick will actually be sharing out the Hardcore Sports Network link so we can get more people in there. So he'll be the promoter for Survivor Series. You know, I know you will too. Boo, Denise is gone. Well, Naughty Blaze is here now. So, Nick, this guy is named Blaze Radio. He's a part of the Hardcore Sports Network as well. He's actually a part of the Pick and Roll Basketball podcast every Wednesday we do at 5. He's a wrestling fan as well. So, Good luck, Mitch. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's a Nick and Eve. Yep. So Blaze has his own YouTube channel, and like he has like his own WWE 2K e-fed, like federation and stuff. People create their own wrestlers, they fight or whatever. That's what he does on his YouTube channel.
Nice.
That is really cool. I love it. He had me lose to Orange Cassidy, and I'm still mad about that.
Ah, boo.
See?
But we got Mello and Cody here. I remember one time they wrestled. It was the Smackdown on the draft night one this past April, where Carmelo Hayes, that same night he got drafted from NXT to SmackDown, same night he wrestled the main event against Cody Rhodes, who was the WWE champion, in a very good match.
I was just about to bring that up, actually, because this is not the first rodeo.
No, not at all. And they had a good match then. I expect this to be good as well.
Yeah.
And Mello is another guy I expect to ascend to the main event next year, coming out of WrestleMania 41.
I can't wait for Trick Williams to be called up, and then you have that feud in the main roster. That's what I can't wait for.
Whoop that Trick. Yeah, whoop that Trick. I like it.
And
dude, I watch NXT every week, and I hear Booker T hype him up. It's going to be shame when Trick gets called up, and you don't have Booker T there.
Yeah. So Blaze goes, nice to meet you, Nick. Welcome to the Hardcore Sports Network family. Sorry you have to be on this air with the Mitch guy too. Mitch loves Orange Cats. And then there we go.
Another guy.
Yeah. But hey, that's my brother, man. We've been through hell and back. This is the guy I trust with all my heart. Yeah, he likes to troll the shit out of me, but he's a great guy deep down. He's a great guy.
Cool.
Yeah,
yes,
see?
Yes, yeah. He says, yes, I'm a ballbuster. Nice to meet you too, Blaze Radio.
And actually, guys, since we're on a commercial break, we have a new show on the network tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time called the Patterson. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Patterson Ave Sports Show. We got the Patterson Ave Sports Show with my guy James and Joe, their special guest Frank Finnegan. They'll be talking about all 4 Philadelphia teams. Make sure you subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network. You're not going to want to miss this. These are my good guys, man. Good guys. I'm a whack troll, but I try. Okay.
So you were saying, Mitch, about Trick Williams next year in the main roster. I think if we get a draft next year, I can definitely see Trick Williams go to the main roster, and I would put him on the same brand as Carmelo Hayes, SmackDown, and have Trick versus Mello at SummerSlam in MetLife.
Yes,
that's
and
what
then
I'm doing.
He's saying Fiore. There's a famous pizza place here in Pittsburgh called Fiore's.
Ah. I didn't know that. I've never been to Pittsburgh, but I did not know that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh. So. He's a huge Steelers guy.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Steelers. And
yeah.
So, sorry, Blaze. I'm more of a New York fan, but I know my Giants are not doing well this year. I know they suck. So.
Did they mention what's going to happen for Monday Night Raw on Monday? Like, what's going to happen? Any big things?
The New Day celebration, 10-year anniversary.
Right, I forgot about that. I'll be streaming basketball, so I might miss it.
Yeah, I expect that where Xavier Woods finally turns heel on Kofi Kingston. I don't know if we get Biggie involved, but I hope we do. And damn, do I miss Biggie, and it's a shame he'll never wrestle again.
Nah. And Blaze, make sure you subscribe to Nick His link is in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to Nick, okay?
Yep. But so far, man, Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes having a good match so far.
And then Blaze says, I miss Big E too, but I heard he might be at Raw for the 10-year anniversary. Yeah, but I can't wait to see what's going to happen there. I cannot wait.
Yeah. If you watched Raw, Kofi and Woods backstage promo after they lost to Alpha Academy, that intense back and forth in Gorilla, that was great. Really, really great stuff. Where, like, Woods said to Kofi, you were WWE champion. We had Kofi Mania because of me. Without me, that doesn't exist. And you want to go happy-go-lucky after you lost to Brock Lesnar in 10 seconds. Then Woods and Kofi's like, you've the only one who's never won a major singles title in WWE after all these years. It was a really good back and forth.
Yeah. So, Blaze will subscribe to you, Nick.
Like it. Yep. Definitely very much appreciated, Blaze Radio. And guys, if you're just watching now, make sure you also subscribe to Furious Nation as well. The more the better. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Furious Nation. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated.
There you go. Yep. Denise just texted me. She goes, it was very nice to meet you. She can't wait to have you on the Phenomenal Breakdown. So we're going to make that happen, okay? We're going to work on that. You can call me Blaze. Drop the D. My friends call me Blaze. So you don't have to call him Blaze Radio. You can just call him Blaze.
All right. I'll call you Blaze. No worries. No worries there, Blaze. But Carmelo Hayes and Cody Rhodes, yeah. Can I say a banger match?
Yeah, good. Yeah. 150 subs for you now, Nick. Good stuff. 500 coming soon.
950 subs. Yes.
There you go.
Love it. It is words can't describe how appreciative and blessed I am. I know it's had the channel for quite some time, but I mean, gosh, I mean, it means a lot to have the channel grow and grow. And I do want to reach more, maybe reach 175 by the middle of next year. I don't think it's going to be this year, but I am very grateful for every one of you guys. And I appreciate and love every one of you guys, and very much thankful for every one of you. So
yep.
Me to all of you guys, thank you.
You're in good company, Nick. This network is awesome. Glad to have you aboard. Got to give a shout out to Earl here. We're going to give a shout out to Earl because he put out an invite for a co-host and Nick responded. So shout out to Earl.
Yeah. He's the reason, man. I'm thankful for him for that. Look at Carmelo Hayes. What the hell is he doing here? Ooh. Like that springboard.
Blaze calls Earl. Blaze calls Earl Dirt Sheet Earl.
Oof.
Brandon, let's get to 200.
Yes.
Brandon, go to everybody. Help them subscribe. Come on.
Brandon, you know what's up, man. Keep spreading that word. Keep it on going, man. You know, you're my guy here. So keep it up, man. The more the better. And I appreciate you and all you guys. There's only the second match with Carmelo Hayes and Cody Rhodes, and this match is just good just like their last match.
Yeah.
And I think last week on SmackDown watching it, they had Cody backstage interact with Carmelo Hayes after Cody's face-to-face with Kevin Owens, and Carmelo was getting up in Cody's face, and Cody shoved him across a crate in the back, and Melo got all pissed off at him.
Mm-hmm.
At least there's somewhat of a story. Very nice back and forth, very evenly matched with these two, very competitive. And Carmelo Hayes, there's a reason he's him, and he's so damn good. Ooh, Cody Cutter. And Cody Rhodes is feeling it. Here we go. Ooh, Crossroads. How Carmelo sold that.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. And Cody Rhodes picks up the win, as he should. Man, he spiked him. That Crossroads.
Yep.
I'll tell you, Carmelo Hayes knows how to sell. Makes moves look pretty good. I mean, you talk about like a Ricochet selling moves looking good. Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth selling moves making them good. But Carmelo Hayes with this Crossroads, man, sold it like freaking death.
Yep.
And Cody Rhodes wins as he should. Champions should not lose clean in non-title matches. You protect your champions. Champions are not supposed to be chumps. The other thing I wanted to mention, Mitch, also when Raw goes to Netflix, and I'm sure everyone is well aware, and everyone is well aware. They've seen the reports that apparently Michael Cole and Corey Graves are moving to Raw when Raw goes to Netflix, and Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett are moving to SmackDown when Raw's to Netflix.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there was a report a while ago. It's up there if you look it up. That come Raw moving to Netflix, Michael Cole and Corey Graves now at SmackDown will move to Raw commentary, and Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore from Raw will move to SmackDown as soon as Raw moves to Netflix next year.
All right. And here is the face-to-face.
Here we go.
Oh. I like this so far.
I like the way how it's shot too with this segment.
Me too.
It looks very movie like NICS, just very cinema like a drama. Like it feels like you're watching a movie.
Oh.
He says he doesn't need his help. Brendan Michael in the chat. Roman and Punk, the battle of the salt and pepper beards.
Yeah.
I like it. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, man, was that
and
a shot?
he walked out.
Fantastic segment, Mitch. Fantastic.
Well, it's still going. It's still going. And fade to black. Wow. Nick, that was great.
Dude, that was fan-freaking-tastic.
I think that was better than him and Cody.
Yeah, in that football stadium before Bad Blood.
Yes.
Yeah, it was better than that. I mean, I'm telling you, whether you like Punk or dislike Punk, CM Punk brings realism and intensity to every program that into television that he's a part of. Whether you like or hate the guy, he brings a sense of urgency and long-term booking. He's of the old school. Like, he just brings that emotion, that intensity, that energy, like that, like to get you to care. I love it.
I love it too.
And Punk's always been like that, like just like in terms of telling the story, whether he's a good guy or bad guy, he's just always been like that, and he makes the show a lot better when he's on there.
Mm-hmm.
And there, in the big history with Heyman and Punk being a Heyman guy since day one, and Reigns, and with Heyman being Roman's wise man, and they teased the potential feud going into next summer. Man, they teased it when Punk said, "You want to talk about this? We'll do that at a later date." So they're teasing it, Mitch. They're teasing it. I think we get it at SummerSlam at MetLife, Punk versus Roman.
Yep, we got it. We have to have it now.
Yep. After Punk and Seth, you do Punk and Seth WrestleMania 41 Las Vegas. Seth is a heel. Punk and Roman. Punk is a heel going into SummerSlam next year. Book it. You have the Summer of Punk again of next year, 2025. Summer of Punk Part 2.
I just can't believe what we just watched. And it's SmackDown is not done. We still got Fatu versus Jey Uso.
Yeah. That was cinema, if I ever seen it. That was like watching a movie. Yes. Like, you know, it's like you're watching what was it? NICS, like those crime shows, like you're feeling the intensity, like you're feeling the emotion, like you're just like, oh, this is so intense, you're hooked into it. That's what I felt like watching this. It was that's just how good it was. And Roman's done such a good work as a heel, and he's a face now, and he's doing well as a face these days too. And Punk I like as a face, but he's also a good heel. When they feud next summer, Mitch, I'm telling you, WWE next summer is going to be on fire. I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
They're on fire now, but they're going to be more so next year. I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
And it's such a shame that Tony just let him walk to WWE. Right. The Young Bucks, the Elite, should have done business with him, and they didn't do it. It's shame on them for not wanting to do business with him. And they could have put their egos in check, and they could have done the right thing, and they didn't do it. It's a shame. And now look at Punk. Kenny Omega and CM Punk could have sold out in AEW and arenas, but they refused because the Elite wanted to act like children, especially the Bucks. But that was so good.
Oh my god. All right. What's next?
I think we also got the women's U.S. title tournament, the one of the first round.
This is it. This is it. Yep.
We got Meechin in there. I think we got Piper Niven, and then the third competitor was supposed to be Jade Cargill, but she's getting replaced.
Yeah.
God bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Welcome.
All right.
And I think it was announced earlier today who's Jade Cargill's replacement.
I forget who it was, and they said it. And they said it earlier. I forget the name.
She's from NXT, part of the Metaphor, Lash Legend.
Lash Legend. Thank you.
Yeah, with Jakara Jackson of the Metaphor, who's actually gotten better as Lash Legend lately. I will give credit.
And then Brandon comes in and says, everything would be different if Tony Khan had any pressure to run a profitable business. His safety is not, it's the, oh my God, his safety net is the, yep, there you go.
Absolutely, well said, Brandon. You hit it right on the head, man. If Tony would have been a boss and if he would have put the Bucks in their place, and the Young Bucks would have put their egos away, and the Elite would have put their egos away and act like adults, and if they would have done that and just do business with Punk would have still been in AEW. But they wanted to act like children, and Jack Perry with the real glass, and Tony should have been a boss, and he didn't do it. And it's shame on him. And now you look at Tony in AEW, it's down the toilet. I could not have said it better, Brandon. You're absolutely spot on.
Hey, Brandon. Oh my God. Hey, Daniel. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Daniel, make sure you subscribe to Nick. His link is in the description below.
Yep. Go subscribe to Furious Nation if you haven't done so already. Definitely give a subscribe. It would help a lot. I'm at now 150. Let's get that up and going. Let's get it more than 150. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Hey, you want to hear something cool, Nick?
Yes.
On Facebook right now, because we're live on Facebook, we're at 335 views right now.
Wow. 335, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yep.
But we got Piper Niven, we got Lash Legend, we got Meechin, and the third first round match of the Women's United States Championship Tournament. So far, we got Bayley advancing. We have Chelsea Green advancing. Who can you see advancing here?
Meechin. I got Meechin.
Yeah, I think Meechin as well. And she should go to the semis, if I'm being honest. What makes it interesting, because Elektra Lopez, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi are in the fourth and final first-round match of the tournament. Who could you see facing Meechin if she wins tonight in this other half of the semifinals?
So who's in the next match? Who's on the same side of the bracket?
On the same side with Meechin, Piper, and Lash is Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Elektra Lopez. I
think it's going to be Naomi.
Yeah, I think it's Naomi as well. Tiffany Stratton's missed Money in the Bank. She doesn't need to win. Elektra is most likely eating the pin. Naomi I think we get Naomi and Meechin in the second half of the semifinals.
Yep.
But Lash Legend and Piper Niven, they've had their differences over the past month, and they actually fought on SmackDown where Lash actually picked Piper up, and I think she beat Piper on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
And she actually and I'm not gonna lie, I've been hard on Lash Legend the past 3 years she's been in the company, but recently I have noticed her improving and getting better in the ring. And Lash Legend lately has been trying.
Yeah.
So I will give her credit as due. Because before that, she was not good in the ring at all.
No, not at all.
But recently she's gotten better. And oh my gosh, she's picking up Piper again. Oh. So Meechin drop kicked. I don't understand why they don't just call her Mia Yim instead of Meechin.
I don't know. Oh, she liked my tweet on Twitter.
Who, Meechin?
Yeah, because I made like a little graphic how she should be the first United States champion, and she liked it.
Yeah, hey, she wouldn't be a bad choice as one of the first women's U.S. champions, and she's been putting in the work lately.
To me, the best three. So the best three to hold it, in my opinion, are Meechin, Naomi, Chelsea Green.
Not bad choices. I like that. I like those top three.
But for me, it will go Meechin, Naomi, then Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
B-Fab?
Yeah, B-Fab, I was impressed with her showing a few weeks ago with Candice LeRae and Bayley. She impressed me.
There's another person, too, that could use it. Candice LeRae.
Yes. She's another one that's been getting some shine as of late. SmackDown, in their women's division, since the move back to USA, there's women's division on SmackDown has not been bad at all since the move back to USA Network, and they've been pretty decent. Whereas Raw, it's like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like with them, they're in pilot mode until the move to Netflix.
Yep.
Though they did introduce a women's IC title. They're starting a tournament next week. I'm predicting Lyra Valkyria as your first ever women's intercontinental champion. She is my pick to win it all. And she's actually my current favorite female wrestler in modern era. Is Lyra.
Who is it again?
Lyra
Valkyria.
The Bird Girl.
Yeah, me is Meechin.
Yeah.
Me is Meechin.
Yeah.
But I miss Alexa Bliss.
She was pretty good in late 2016. I was a big fan of hers back then.
Yeah. When do you think she's coming back? Rumble or Saturday Night's main event? I don't see her coming back for Survivor Series now.
I think the Royal Rumble is the best place to bring her back.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I do miss her in WWE. I do hope she improves and she's better in the ring, because last time we saw her, she was not that good.
She wasn't, but it's just like her presence changes everything. It's just like her being there. Like, it's different in so many levels.
Do you see her coming back as being part of the Wyatt Six, or do you see her being back as the Goddess?
I see her Wyatt Six. I see her Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. I want her to be herself, but hey, Troy, how's it going, man? Joel beat his ass? I agree. I agree with that, Troy. Joel Embiid, I agree with you on that. Hey, Troy, subscribe to my friend Nick here. His link is in the description, okay, Troy? Make sure you hit that subscribe. We're also live on his channel as well. So he's at 150 subs right now. Let's get him up to 200, okay?
So yeah, I could see Alexa Bliss returning in the Royal Rumble.
Yes, that's what I think.
That's the perfect place to bring her back. And the last time we did see her on television was the 2023 Royal Rumble, where she wrestled Bianca Belair.
Yep. What is up, Taco? This is a very good supporter of mine, Taco. He shares out all my shows on Twitter. So please, Taco, subscribe to him. His link is in the description below, okay?
In the chat, I also see Troy's plan was banned and their comments were removed as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right.
No worries.
You're good. Okay.
All right, no worries.
Let me handle that.
All right.
This match, how much longer is this going to take? Because I feel like the main event has got to get some time as well.
Yeah, the main event apparently is Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu with a War Games advantage on the line.
Yes.
I expect that to go to Jacob Fatu, as it should.
Yeah, I see that too.
I do not see Jey Uso beating Jacob Fatu at all. I don't. And I think it would, and I like Jey Uso, but I think it would be ridiculous for him to beat Jacob Fatu.
Now, they're cousins, right? They're cousins?
Yes. They are cousins.
Yes, Taco. War Games is tomorrow. We're going to be live on the Hardcore Sports Network. We're going to be live on my second channel. We're going to be live on Earl's channel. And Nick is going to be the promoter. He's going to be promoting the Hardcore Sports Network. He's going to be in the chat, and we'll have a conversation with Nick as the show's going on. So he got a very big role tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you need any help, you know I'm here, but I know you got it.
And if if I have questions, help or whatnot, I'll definitely be asking you.
I have one question. Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
Yeah, yes. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes, let's go.
Believe it or not, it's funny you mentioned Joe Hendry. One of my best friends, last weekend, this past Sunday, he actually met Joe Hendry.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. It was like 30 minutes in Jersey, 30 minutes from where he is in New York. Not the city, but an hour from me. And I almost met Joe Hendry. I couldn't because of work. But he met him. And anyways, he showed me on his Instagram and stuff that he put up the Instagram reel of him meeting Joe Hendry. Got the Joe Hendry theme song in there and did the pose. It was great. And he said he was really nice. It was like a quick thing because like everyone else was meeting him, but he said he was a very nice guy when he met him. But
this match is not bad. This match is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Smackdown women's division's been pretty decent, pretty decent and all since the move back to USA Network. And the ladies have gotten quite some shine lately. Even the Metaphor going into Crown Jewel, they even got some shine as well from NXT. We had Meechin over the past summer working some with the NXT girls like Jada Parker, Fallon Henley, and those girls down in NXT, and Lola Vice.
So what's going to happen in this Fatu is going to win tonight, and the OG Bloodline is going to win War Games? Pretty much, yeah.
Fatu is winning tonight, no questions asked, no reason for him to lose. And I think, I know saying the OG Bloodline winning, I'm going the new Bloodline. And I think we get The Rock somewhat involved, the final boss.
That is a very good take because I completely forgot about The Rock, and his movie just ended. They just had a premiere of it.
Yeah.
What was it, Moana 2?
Yes.
So I think that is a very good call.
I do think we get him towards the end of the show, man. I would be shocked if we don't get it. I think we get the final boss showing up, and his presence will grace our screens again. And I'm going to love every minute of it.
I can't wait. Whenever I'm live streaming with Earl. Oh, wow. No. Oh, there we go. There's Meechin.
Oh,
that's it. It's over. Meechin wins. Let's go. Yes.
Oof. Piper, she hit her finisher, some like a reverse like Samoan drop or inverted. And Meechin picked up the scraps pretty much. Here we go. Meechin
Bailey's in it. I forgot about Bailey. Yeah, she's losing that.
Yeah, Bailey's getting Chelsea Green in the one half of the semis, and Meechin will get either Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, or Lecter Lopez in the other half.
this is what Taco says. If The Rock comes back, I think Rollins is going to come out and cause he hates Punk and Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another thing to keep on the lookout for too.
Yeah. I think
so
I could
many
see Seth
angles.
potentially screwing Punk.
So many angles here. I love it.
Yeah.
Like before, there was no angles. I love this.
Yeah. I'm telling you, possibilities are endless.
Yeah. We're going to go with this. Putting this back on.
Well, Fuck 2 versus Jay next. They got some Christmas WWE shop thing commercial ad going on.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you a fan of Tiffany Stratton?
Yes. It is Tiffany time. Because it is Tiffany time.
Gotcha. Oh, good. I was just curious.
Yeah, I like Tiffany Stratton. I think she's cool.
What?
She's another future piece of the company.
Yeah.
But you know who's also another future piece of the company, just like a gymnastics background like Tiffany Stratton? She's an NXT. Sol Ruka.
Oh, yeah.
She is someone to look out for next year, I'm telling you. And I think she's in the Iron Survivor Women's Challenge for Deadline, I think, at Deadline in Minneapolis, December 7th.
Okay.
It's her, Zarya, Stephanie Vacore, Julia, and either Cora Jade, Ren Sinclair, Kalani Jordan, or who's the other one? Jada Parker.
Matt Riddle showed up on what?
You know, I seen it on X. I think he replaced Trey Miguel.
Bro.
I see what you did there, Mitch. I see what you did there.
But wow.
Bro.
Wait, there's a pay-per-view tonight?
I don't. I thought there wasn't.
Because because Blaze jokes, Matt Riddle showed up at a TNA pay-per-view tonight.
Holy cow. See weekly.
Turning Point is going on. Oh, okay.
TNA Turning Point. Yeah, TNA Turning Point from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Benton Convention Center.
Okay.
Wow. They also have Final Resolution December 13th in Atlanta, Georgia, Center Stage Theater. Their final TNA pay-per-view of the year. TNA is another company that's also doing pretty good as well as of late. And their partnership with WWE has also helped them a lot as well. Oh, I think Matt Riddle lost, though.
He debuts and he loses?
Yeah. Him, Zachary Wentz, and Kushida lost to Ace Austin and the Hardys, apparently, tonight. In a 6-man tag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, TNA has not been bad at all. They've been pretty good.
Here's LA Knight.
Getting rid of that black mist. Yes, I remember that, Blaze. Blaze in the chat says, remember Riddle was the shaman, quote unquote, for MSK during NXT. That's the connection.
Yep.
Remember that. That was during the 2.0 era days of NXT in late 2021, those terrible days of NXT. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Jeff Hardy as the shaman before he left in 2021, in late 2021, or he got released from WWE at the time, and they went with Matt Riddle instead. It should be a good match with Shinsuke Nakamura and LA Knight tomorrow night, I will say.
I'm looking forward to it. I really want Shinsuke to win, though.
Yeah, and I think
the women's War Games is going to start off tonight.
Yeah,
I think that'll be first. They have to do it.
Yeah, it would be smart too. You have one War Games open and the other one close, and I think the Bloodline one should main event. No doubt about it. Yeah, Blaze in the chat said, "Yep, it was supposed to be Jeff, but funny, Riddle and the company fought the Hardys tonight."
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's also, I don't know if I should say it's funny. When the Hardys were the Broken Hardys in 2017, when I think Anthem Sports at the time pretty much dissed the Hardys and drove them away from TNA. Now they're back in TNA, but they're much better now than they were then. Remember that story, like early 2017, where TNA just let the Hardys go, and they're like, "Oh, we'll go to WWE then," because the Hardys wanted the broken gimmick, but Anthem said no.
Yep.
And they totally disrespected Matt and Jeff Hardy big time. And it's crazy how terrible TNA was back then and how they're much better now. It's crazy.
Here we go. Here's the yeet.
Yeet master. Yeet. 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 Now, I got to ask you, is there people who, I know there's probably some people who are yeet and some that are no yeet, but I am yeet.
I am yeet too. At WrestleMania, that was incredible.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah. I was there live for both nights. Yeah.
I was only live for one night.
Yeah. Yeah, the match was boring, Jay versus Jimmy at WrestleMania, and I was there live, and my friend that was with me, he said, I didn't feel the match, and I was like, yeah, I see where you're coming from. The crowd, there was no emotion. My crowd was just not into it. It was just super kick after super kick, same move after same move. That's not really a good match. If you have super kick after super kick, doesn't really spell for a good match, if you ask me. Like, everything felt the same with their movesets. But hey, I'm just glad they got their match. Now it's done. Now they're back together again. That's all I care about. And and Jay is good on his own, but Jimmy I don't think is good on his own, and he's better with his brother Jay than he is on his own.
I agree. I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, they're better together than they are separate, and in a company that does need tag teams, it's smart to have them together. And they broke them up at SummerSlam in Detroit last year. Honestly, when Jimmy turned on Jay, I thought that was very, very stupid. The dumbest decision they could have made was break them up, and that was terrible. I think that was Jay versus Roman in, like, what was it? They had a match at SummerSlam in Detroit last year. Like, the stipulation they had was like a tribal combat match or whatever the hell they called it.
Yeah.
It was not a good match, by the way. And they had Jimmy cost Jay the title, and Jimmy turned on his brother. It was so stupid how they just broke up one of the greatest tag teams in history. I did not like that.
Dude, when that happened, I'm just like, wow.
Like, dude, they had, like, Jimmy was in the hospital beat up by the Bloodline, and then all of a sudden he rejoins them. Like, why? They put him in the freaking hospital, beat the ever-living shit out of him week after week, and you're rejoining them? So stupid. I mean, Jay was good on his own, but Jimmy on his own was a loser. He was nothing but a his brother. And I thought it was a terrible decision to break them up.
I honestly thought Jimmy would have been better on his own. I had it flip-flopped, but looks like I was wrong.
Yeah. And look at Jay on his own, and he's very over, sells a lot of merch. He's popular. He's over with fans. He's one of the up top mid-card guys in that company, and you can't deny that he is over. Fans love him. He is very over. Everyone does the heat in unison. He's over. But Jimmy, on the other hand, he's better suited in a tag team than he is as a singles guy. He just is.
Yeah.
If you would have paired him with Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline as a tag team before WrestleMania 40, I would have been okay with that. But he had Solo on his own, and then after he beat Cena at Crown Jewel last year, he then booked Solo Sikoa as a freaking loser. Lost that match after match. Lost a lot of credibility. No one took him seriously after that. It was just the punching bag for the Bloodline. But I'm just glad that Usos are back together now.
I am too. But now the New Day are breaking up. So it's just like, damn, you get one was together while the other one was disbanded. Now they're together, the other one is going to disband.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the New Day, it's time because they've done everything with the tag team. And they had a legendary 10-year run together. They had great moments. Just from with the Dudleys returning to them breaking the record for the longest tag team championship reign in history until the Usos broke it a couple years ago. And then not only that, to Kofi Mania and all this other stuff. It was great while it was there for the 10 years they were there. But I just feel like it's time for Xavier Woods to finally break out as a singles guy, and for Kofi to also be just as good as a singles guy as well, just like Xavier. And Xavier Woods, if there's one guy in the New Day who's very underrated, it's Xavier Woods, and he's a guy who definitely deserves a singles push at a title.
Yep. I love Jacob Fatu's entrance. I love it.
Dude, it is so, it fits him perfect. How it comes off, the fire, everything. And his theme song is actually very good, too.
It is.
It's one of the few Def Rebel themes that are actually good, and I don't think it's really even much of Def Rebels, or they didn't have much input. Because let's be real, if they did, they'd ruin it.
By far, yeah. They would kill it.
Yep. I mean, Sheamus's theme song is garbage. Shayna Baszler's is garbage. Who else they got for terrible Def Rebel music? Braun Breaker, they change his music every 2 or 3 weeks. They don't know what to do with that. Like every 2 weeks, you hear a new Braun Breaker theme. Yeah, they got what else they got? They got DIY's theme, Johnny Gargano's singles theme with Def Rebel. It's terrible.
You know, there's going to be some kind of interference.
Yeah, I think there will be. I think I Love You Solo will interfere.
Yeah.
I love you, Solo. Yeah, like I said earlier, Jacob Fatu, he's not the leader of the Bloodline, yet he feels more of a leader of the Bloodline than Solo Sikoa.
He's more of an enforcer. Remember when Solo was the enforcer? That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, you have Solo as the leader of the Bloodline, and Fatu should be, and he's not even the leader. He feels more of a threat than Solo Sikoa does. Here we go. This should be pretty good. Fatu and Uso. Ooh. Jacob Fatu, that's Samoa.
And he just said it. He just said,
love
I love
you
you, Solo.
Solo. I love my tribal chief. I'm so glad they signed him, Mitch. I'll be honest with you. That was a game changer signing that they brought him in.
They kind of had to add to the storyline, but yes, that was huge.
Yeah. A guy who's been on the indies for several years paying his dues, now he's finally on the big stage. I understand years ago he had the criminal history, but I mean, that was back then, but he's so good now. And he's not the same guy he was years ago, but I'm just glad he's here finally. Where he belongs.
Now I'm waiting for Zilla Fatu. That's the one I'm waiting for now.
Yes, the son of Umaga, who you met, the son of Umaga.
Yeah. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but
I think he's part of Booker T's indie promotion down in Houston, Reality of Wrestling down in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
I think he was also trained by Booker T as well. So that's a fun little fact. So Booker T's trained Roxanne Perez, and he's worked with Zilla Fatu as well. And I think Booker, a while ago, even advocated for WWE to sign Zilla Fatu as soon as possible because he should be there. Like you got to sign Zilla Fatu. He's money.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And I think he's a part of also, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he also part of the new WWE ID program?
I think he is, yes.
I mean, if he is, it doesn't shock me. I mean, he's definitely top of the list, in my opinion.
Right.
But when he comes in, he's going to make a big impact. They've had signed Hikaleo as well. He's yet to debut. They got the Tongans. They got Jacob Fatu. I don't know what you think, Mitch. I think Solo Sikoa eventually gets kicked out of the bloodline by The Rock.
Yes. Yes, I can see that.
L's.
Can you imagine if that happens and then Solo joins Team Roman, which I highly doubt? But
yeah, I don't think he does.
People were saying that was going to be Jacob Fatu at some point. People were saying that Jacob Fatu was going to go with Team Roman, but
yeah. I think Jacob Fatu will eventually go babyface at one point, but I just don't think not right now. Just don't think right now. A lot of people do like him, myself included.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watch Jacob Fatu, I don't know how you feel. I feel like I'm watching like another Umaga. Like he's like a modern Umaga.
He is.
Like in terms of ability and athleticism and how he just moved in the ring, how he wrestled back in the day. Like he's just so damn good. And for a 300-pound guy doing like a moonsault, doing topes, doing stuff you don't see often from a big man, it's truly amazing to see. And I like big men that fly like that. Like a Keith Lee, like a Dijakovic.
I do too.
Like doing like a Spanish fly off the top rope or doing a second rope moonsault. It's really great to see. Dude, I'll never forget Umaga and John Cena back at the Royal Rumble in their last man standing match back in the day.
Right.
That was a war. Raw Cena was all bloodied and he choked out Umaga in the STF with the ring ropes and he made Umaga pass out. Really cool stuff. But here we go back from commercial.
I love Jacob Fatu talking trash in the ring.
And fought too, man, with a nasty, like a back elbow.
Yeah.
Like flying black elbow. And he's still talking trash to the main event, Jey Uso.
Yep.
And I'm really loving this saying he does as of late. I love you, Solo. I love my tribal chief. And he gets booed.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah, like I said, it feels like I'm watching another Umaga, and when I see Jacob Fatu wrestle in that ring, like Umaga back in the day wrestling like a Jeff Hardy or a Triple H or a John Cena back in the day. Ooh. Man, that was not pretty for Jacob Fatu. One shoulder first into the damn ring post. And again. That's one way to slow him down. Not too bad of a main event, I will say. Pretty good. Some good stuff. Fans getting into the heat. Jay landing some rights. Oh, and you see how Jay did how The Rock does this before the punch. I think we get The Rock tomorrow.
Maybe.
I think we
if
get
that happens. If that happens, I'm gonna give you credit if that happens because I completely forgot about The Rock.
Yeah. Again, he's wrapped up his movies, and if you watch Bad Blood, he did the 1, 2, 3, like 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
I think he's pulling the strings with this new bloodline. I really do. Since coming
I do too.
Now he'll be back on our screens, gracing our screens with his great presence. And, I mean, in this Mama Rhodes. But, I mean, when Raw goes to Netflix, though, I got to wonder how they had the Raw in Chicago in March and Rock just beat the crap out of Cody and made him bleed. And then after showing off the air, you see on YouTube, cameramen are like, clear guys, and Rock's like, fuck that. The show's not over until The Rock says it's over. The show's not over. Like, just because the show's over, that doesn't mean that the shit stops. It was so great. I wonder if the same thing will happen when Raw goes to Netflix. Clear guys, no, this show's not over until the final boss says it's over.
And they actually keep it going. They don't stop. They actually keep it going.
Yeah, that first one of the first Raws on Netflix, they should do that. They should definitely do that. But The Rock should do it to Roman.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it live because I'm afraid of all the lag. So I'm thinking about just watching it the next day.
Yeah. And the great thing about Netflix, I don't think you have to watch a live show live. You can watch it the very next day, whenever you can.
You can watch it whenever. Yeah.
Which is the great thing about Netflix in general, with anything that's on there.
You have Netflix or not yet?
I do have Netflix.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Depends on the subscription, where you can watch on different platforms, but it depends on the subscription, but whatever plan you subscribe to, but I do have Netflix, and I think it's great.
Yep.
Hopefully you don't get the buffering issues like with the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight when the Raw does go to Netflix, but hopefully us watching don't deal with that issue.
Yep.
Ooh. Like a nasty, landed on top of Jacob Fatu Samoan drop. I like how he does it, too, how he makes the move look pretty devastating, how he does it. Like he just lands all his weight on top of you. He makes it look absolutely just brutal. Jacob Fatu is going to top rope. Swanton. Oh, Jay got the knees up.
Nope.
Spear. Oh, spear. He's not going to do this. No way. Jey Uso's not winning this. No freaking way. No. Yes. Jacob Fatu kicked out of the Samoan splash at 2.5. I think this is where we get Solo Sikoa interfering here.
Yeah, we're going to have someone.
Yeah. Because I'd be shocked if you just have Jey Uso lose clean like that. I don't think we do. And you got to make both guys look good. Oh! Fatu flying over the announce table via suicide dive from Jey Uso. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Announce table time. This is not going to end pretty. Ooh.
Damn.
Ran right into a super kick from the Samoan werewolf. And now Jacob Fatu. What's he going for here? Oh! Samoan drop, but the table didn't break.
Right.
I don't know. We might get a clean finish.
It looks like that right now.
Yeah. Here comes Impaler DDT. He's not done.
It was a clean victory. Wow.
Ooh. Beautiful picture perfect moonsault. Yeah. And the new bloodline gets the War Games advantage for Bloodline War Games. So we got the babyface women team getting the bloodline, getting the War Games advantage, and then the new bloodline getting the War Games advantage for War Games tomorrow. And Jacob Fatu wins as he should. It was a fine match for what it was. It was all right.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah. Love that moonsault from Jacob Fatu, man. So picture perfect for a big man. Yeah, no bloodline interference. It was a clean finish.
And that's how it goes off the air.
Good
Smackdown. Very, very good Smackdown. I highly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought this was an enjoyable show. This was a thumbs up show, if you ask me. I would say I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
I'm right there with you. Especially the whole Punk, Roman, and Paul Heyman segment. That put it over the top. So, yeah, guys, we're about to conclude the SmackDown watch party. Because remember, we started 10 minutes before. So, I'm getting kind of tired. I got 3 scenes tomorrow. So, I want to get to bed early and relax. So, Nick, this was fun. Looking forward to do more watch parties with you. Let the people know where they can find you, Nick. Where can they find you on social media, YouTube?
On social media, as far as that's concerned, Definitely subscribe to Furious Nation on YouTube. Also, the X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I know I still call it Twitter, but follow me on X, Twitter at FioriNick579, TikTok at Furious Nation, Instagram at Nicholas Fiore 2014, and Nicholas Fiore 31 over on Facebook. Give me a follow on those social medias that I have, and it would be greatly appreciated. And Mitch, I enjoyed being here with you on the watch party for Smackdown.
It was great. It was great, Nick. I can't wait to do this more. The phenomenal breakdown. We will have you as a guest. We just got to line up a day and time. We'll get that underway. We got big stuff coming for his YouTube channel, guys. We got big stuff coming. Speaking of that, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network. We got a special show tomorrow morning called the Patterson Ave Sports Show at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. My guys James and Joe, special guest Frank Finnegan to talk everything Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, you name it. Saturday morning. We got the weekend wake up tomorrow. I got 3 scenes tomorrow. I'm just going to end this. I'm rambling. All right, guys. I'll catch you all later. Have a great night. Peace, guys. We're out. I'll see you tomorrow for Survivor Series War Games. Peace, guys.